Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Grand Touring Cup in iRacing. It is week number 7 of the season, and we are at Laguna Seca. This week joined by Gem Knight, who is actually feeling a little bit under the weather for this race, so probably not too much from him on the voice comms, but it should be a good race at a track that is another free one, so there's going to be lots of solstices and lots of lap traffic to deal with. But the good news is we ended up to be in the same split this week. It's actually a single split race that you're about to see. I hope you enjoy.
I really hope we have enough fuel.
I will be so mad. I will be 3 mad.
I will be very mad. 6.2 has worked every other week.
Dude, I just saw the craziest model for a Mustang in my mirror. Oh, there it is again. It looks like an old NASCAR 2003 car. Should be cutting ignition so I can make it at least another 100 feet than you.
Ah, yeah. That's the part of pacing that always terrifies me right there.
Yep, I thought the guy next to me, or the guy 14 was going to go next to me, and I was not happy about it. Oh god, he's everywhere and nowhere at the same time. Did he just kill you?
No, I accidentally downshifted.
Alright, don't pass the 4 car.
How the hell
Alright,
did that
man.
happen?
8 cars in.
Well, this is interesting.
Yeah, I accidentally bumped first.
Green, green, green.
Well, this is crazy. Everybody was like trying to shift you into position. Alright, let's try and open up a gap here and stay safe of the craziness behind us. Well, that's gotta be the worst possible way to start a race.
That is the first time I have blown up this engine.
That was something.
I have tried to blow up this engine before.
Captain Cheaty Shift. Gonna go buy yourself an 8-shifter now?
I've been looking into stuff to make one. I have a leftover joystick that I could probably make one out of.
Just like that handbrake that I started making 6 months ago. Well, you get a new engine, don't you? Shut up, crazy fool.
Don't want fuel and tires.
I mean, as of my relative, you're still in first. Wow, you're out of the pits already?
Yeah,
Dang.
I wasn't
Let's-
far from the pits.
I think you'll make it top 3.
43.4.
You're not seeing what I'm seeing in my mirror.
Maybe in the slowest field. And I'm super heavy on fuel.
The 14 behind me has, well, he's blinking still, and he's not made a breaking point yet. Or maybe he is, and I'm just not seeing that dimension, I'm not sure. I can't believe you blew it up.
14, you're blinking quite a bit, just so you know, if there's contact from your low.
Like, I have tried to blow this up, and it would.
I mean, it is a Ford.
Probably.
I should probably focus on actually driving here. I think I'm driving on reflex at the moment. Even more so than at Lime Rock. I'm gonna start to want to be at the free tracks every week. It's quite a different field. It's worth noting this is a single split. This is not a bottom split situation. It just so happened to be that the solstice field is very strong here.
1 minute.
So yeah, 1, 2, and 3 are all in the solstices.
7.
So they must have a high SOF.
Yeah, that was pretty ridiculous of them.
I think we have a pretty low SOF on the Mustangs. There's going to be quite an epic battle between me and Jem, I think. He has a little bit of pace on me, outright, but I think I have the long run on him.
Well, I thought he hit you in the mirror.
Overall, I've felt that way with this car throughout the season. I mentioned to Jem in practice that it's a car I really enjoy racing. I enjoy it through the course of a race. The car slides around a lot, you know, you really have to deal with it. But on the flip side, I do not like it as a hot lapping car. I'm not very good at qualifying at it, and I just don't seem to have the lap by lap, or the 1 lap pace of, say, Jem or Shark, or some of the, even Yames at times. Well, it sounded rude, but Yames at times. But then through the course of the race, I feel pretty good about it. It's a very tricky car to drive here. Really fighting the front end. I'm using Yames, no, not Yames, Jem's name's setup, which is inspired off Sharky's. It got rid of a little bit of it, but now it kind of does the 4-wheel slide on occasion. It's all about getting it to yaw just enough so that it doesn't overload the front tires. That's the whole concept of driving this car. Trying to be very good about not putting tires off, because it can get you in big trouble really quick.
No, I hit you over.
I mean, we're gonna have a heck of a time getting through the solstice field as it is. So let's save our incidents for that, huh? Luckily, there's only 8 of them. If there's even 8 that remain, I don't know. I don't think it's split. Yeah, because there was... No, that's right, there's like 20. So maybe there's a few more solstices than that. It's not too bad with the corkscrew or the big curbs, which is something that I've really fought here, is getting the car over the curbs, especially when I was running that open wheel stuff. So that's nice. It's nice to be able to use more of the track, because if there's anything you want at Laguna Seca, it's just a little bit more track.
What I don't get is it says I'm a lap down, even though you guys never passed me.
Yeah, that is weird.
1 minute 37.3.
Yeah, I don't understand that. Maybe it doesn't count your first lap? Because you never crossed the start-finish line, you jumped across it.
I guess.
If your pit stall was behind the start-finish line, it would have. That's lame.
Yeah.
So what did we learn today?
Don't try and take a drink before you start a race. That's what happened. I went to reach over to get a drink and I just bumped it into first.
Rip. I thought for sure the laggy car had hit you.
No.
Because I was waiting for that. That's right when I was saying he was everywhere and nowhere. This car is so tight. Maybe that extra fuel will help you. Maybe that's what it needs. Get some fuel slosh to rotate it around.
Okay, Slow, just don't let me by. That's fine.
1 1 minute 37.7.
As he lets you by.
Except, you know, I had easy... Sorry, had to cough.
Unacceptable. Oh, that was
While we were
flirting with
going
the dirt.
into turn 2, I think. I could have passed him on the outside. Nope, he just kept coming farther and farther outside. And my spotter's not working.
You gotta figure that out. Not that he's any use, but... I saw something, I think, in my comments where it was you should be communicating what to do, what you're gonna do to let the fast car go with your car. And I think that was the right way to say what I was trying to say.
Yeah, I get it. Basically go, here's where I'm going.
Right, you can communicate a lot just by your positioning on the track, or like your steering inputs, even what you're doing on the brakes. Oh man, I'm gonna have to focus. Lagging sun is sketching. No, it's somebody else. Never mind.
1 minute 38.224.
I definitely would like to buy some front end grip at the moment. It is certainly struggling for front end. And a little bit of rear end grip out of the turns, but I think that's more too much wheel input to try and get it to rotate, causing the oversteer, which is a pretty common occurrence with this car. I try to be real slow in so that we can get a good shot out. That is key. You can't always trust those driver ratings. Just because he's got a rank of 13 doesn't mean necessarily that they're new. Because look at Shark, who is blindingly quick, but he had only used iRacing for league stuff, never for official races, so he had a very low iRating, despite the fact that I think he's a quality enough driver to be up in the pro ranks. I noticed in the iRacing announcement video this week that there's a little bit of a change, a little bit of a wording change, at least for the new quote-unquote time attack that I guess is replacing time trials, in the way that... Oh, I missed my break point there. Now we're fine. This is not the greatest time to be talking about stuff. But yeah, they might be changing the verbiage as far as, you know, how the ranks go. It was kind of straying away from just representing things as numbers and colors and actually putting words to it, like intermediate, rookie, veteran, that kind of mentality. Which is interesting, but I still find the system to be a little bit misleading at times. I don't know how to properly grade drivers, but I don't think how many series you've run or what license you have should play any really big role in it. So I'm curious to see how this new time attack licensing thing works and if it will relate to this kind of racing. Because as of now, you could go from a rookie to A basically through buying content and just slowly making your way through races. You can do it. You don't have to be fast at all. Alright, gotta pass left.
Or on your right.
Perfect place to catch him there.
All clear, all clear.
Let's hope Jamie behind me maybe catches him in a little bit worse of a place, because we are still losing a bit of time.
1.
See, I would think I would like to see even like the color ratings or just the license rating more tied to iRating than to license rating. I think that would make a lot more sense. Even if you watch, a lot of people use this OBS overlay that has timing on it, and on those is always displayed in short number form the iRating of the driver rather than the license rating. Very useful. Not gonna lie, this car, I said earlier I like the way it races more than it hot laps. I'm not loving it too much at the moment. It's really lost a lot of grip here. I think this is a very hot session. So we may be overpressurizing tires or something like that. Been trying to be real easy on it, but if you can hear it over me talking, the tires are making that jet engine sound through that turn. That's usually not a great sign. If we can stay in the low 7s, I think we would be comfortable, but we're not quite there. We're in the high 7s.
1 minute 37.873.
The 13 had a lot to deal with the laggy 14 car early in the race, for sure. Despite him closing, I'm still trying not to push the car any harder, because I don't think that's what's going to help us. I gotta run more consistent. That will be key. Just plow in the front end through turns like that. I've got to back up my braking points. Somehow. That's pretty good right there. It's a little close to the edge. Closer than I'd like to be. That was way too hot into the corkscrew. See, I'm paying the price all the way down the hill for that. Really trying to open up my lines, be more flowing with the drive. I thought that was going to be our first off track. First lap, first half of the lap, it seems like I'm gapping him. The back half of the track is where he's catching.
1 minute 37.
Almost identical, 37.8. Easy onto the gas there, don't slide the rear tires so much. Wait for the gas out of turns like that. It does not pay to accelerate too soon after the apex. Not one bit. Start braking at that line instead of the 2. Even that, a little too deep. I could probably brake more. Still pretty good in the kink. Mustang lapped car, we'll see how this plays out. This could be one that costs us a little bit more time than a Solstice. Depending on why he's back this far. He's running it pretty hard. Alright, hopefully this Solstice lets us both go here. Oh no, we lost.
Got one on your right.
We lost second place. Yeah, we did.
All clear, all clear.
That was the 13, I believe.
37.
Wonder if he just ran off the track or something.
9. Got one on your
Okay.
right. Clear on the right.
That was one of those cases I was talking about where he did not communicate, either with me, or I didn't see it, or with his car, what was going to happen there. Hear the jets? Tires are sliding all over. Right at the line. Get it down to this curb. Just not getting that rotation on the center that I would like. It's a tricky balance. It's too much rotation and it will just spin right around. We certainly don't want that. Floaty over the corkscrew, but a good delta. Let's see, we had a lot more grip in that turn just from not abusing the tires so much through the cork. This helped us in this whole section. Like a real tight apex there instead of a wide apex. It's quite a glob of solstices we have here. Solstice.
1 minute 37.727.
But with all the time in the world behind us, I will not be forcing the issue in this situation. Really pushed the nose there on what felt like an easy entry. There's also the factor of the track getting very dirty as everybody kicks up stuff onto it. One here. We'll wait till after the king for the next one for sure.
So the next car I can pass for position is 42 seconds ahead of me, and it's the slowest.
You got this.
Clear on the right.
Second place dropped out. I don't know what happened.
I don't know what happened, man. He was there and they just left.
The solstices are having quite a battle here. I'm in the middle of them.
Car on your right. Still there? Hold the line. All clear, all clear.
That's not how you do it, man.
Did he try to block you?
You got one on your left.
Yep, that was down the inside, and he shoved it right to the inside. I think to block second place of their pack or whatever.
1
Yeah, I noticed he did that with me also.
0.863.
Frank just let me by. Next car that you have to pass. Was it on the front straightaway?
It was coming down in that last turn. I had passed third place, had the inside, could have passed him, but he came down and blocked the inside on me.
Yeah, he tried to do that on me.
Had to get yourself wrecked, 101.
And then he would have blamed me for saying I should be passing. I'm lapped down.
Right. What kind of lap times you running?
Sorry, had to avoid death. Last lap was a 36.8. That was my
36.8?
My last was a 37.6.
Oh, okay. Oh, I got my first 1X. I thought I was going to make it clear.
It's really hard to zero exit Laguna.
Well, I could probably pick up 3/4 of a second now. I don't care about that.
1 minute 38.291.
You can totally make up 33 seconds in a minute 52.
I was kind of judging my pace off of how far in front of me you were, but then too many cars got between us. High 37s has been pretty much my comfort zone.
I'll be interested to see the average times. Because our gap hasn't changed much.
No.
I'm not mad about this turn. I'm just disappointed.
In yourself. That's the worst kind of disappointed.
Yes. Can I also blame being sick? I'm gonna blame that.
Sure.
Because I was sick.
Make sure you go to the infield care center after the race and take fluids. I almost spun myself up to make that joke.
How to throw away a race win.
Make jokes.
Silverstone all over again.
You have about 5 laps left on
Bringing back those painful memories.
Alright, man, that car is a lap down.
Look, man, it was painful for me too.
1 minute 38.567.
Except I failed at killing Maestro.
That's the worst kind of pain.
And I just ended up dying myself.
Car on your left. Clear out the left.
I think that's the first car that's actually just pulled over and out of the way for me.
Frank?
No, Clark.
Ah. Yeah, Frank kind of just pulled over for me. It was going into the kink.
He's got like a 15-second lead.
Exactly.
Over Captain Blocks a lot. Man, I hope nobody joined this series for these last 2 races.
Yeah.
They're going to be really confused and think that I'm good. I think Frank maybe wants to do another lap. He was trying real hard to stay in front. I'm tempted to make him.
Yeah, let him do another lap.
Nah,
The one on your right.
No!
Clear on the right.
it's possible he didn't even like get the white flag.
You won. Tonight, dinner's on.
Sand checker. We're done. Go home.
Yeah, I think that's exactly what would happen for him because he was 2 to go, and then I passed him right before the line, so he would have gotten white flag, checkered flag.
Stupidest thing you could have done, Simone.
Oh, this guy again. Let's examine how not to communicate which direction you're gonna go. Pulls to the right. Oh, that is just the worst kind of person. The worst. Boo you! Boy, nothing like going on a 3-year winless streak in iRacing and then having 2 wins in a row. Purely based on luck of the draw. I would have loved to have seen how the race between me and Jem would have gone. He certainly had more outright pace, as I mentioned, a 36.8 on his angry first lap after getting his car fixed. Only a 37.1 from me, and I certainly did have a lot of handling issues mid-race. He noted that our average lap time is about 0.3 different from each other. He was 0.3 faster on his average laps that he completed. The difference there is there was certainly a good 5 or 6 laps of this race where I was on coast mode, so there's the potential that I would have had the pace to keep up with him. I'll never know, though. I'll never know. So it is another victory for us, which is nice, and this one comes with a much higher championship points total, which is nice as well. I will be running a quote-unquote full season, 10 weeks of the 12 count, and I'm going to do 10 of the races. Going to be skipping next week as well. I got a little bit of stuff going on next week, as well as the fact that it is at Le Mans, and I do not own Le Mans, and I do not feel like spending the money to purchase it at the moment. So we'll hold off on that. But if you're disappointed to not see that, don't worry. We run Nürburgring later in the year, and I will be running that race. All right, that'll do it for this week. Thank you as always for watching, and I will see you next week. Well, not next week. Just kidding. The week after that.